Hey guys, Agent here. Today in front of me I finally have WeiJiang's Alcee robot fighters, otherwise known as Transformers Generations Arcee, just oversized version of it. So first off, look at the box. And what we have here is, WeiJiang. We got a very scary picture of her. For some reason it's just, I don't know why they went with that one. On the bottom we have a whole bunch of stuff we can't read, and it's no one from 0 to 3 should be playing with this. On the side it says Robot Force. On the top it says Alcee with a picture of her. Deformation area too, by the way. Deformation era. Sorry, tongue's not working. And on the side we just have, a continuation from that, and ages 6+. So we are obviously older than 6, but move that out of the way. There she is. Now it's a pretty nice car mode. It looks very much like Arcee did in the movie, except for the wheels. She didn't have wheels. She always just glided. But yeah, it's a oversized version of the Transformers Generations mold, which a lot of people got. I did not, so I don't have that one to compare it with. But I think they did a really good job of it, especially since all they did was they took Hasbro's version of it. It does come with a few accessories. It comes with a gun, pink gun. And it comes with 2 swords, which I think are a little bit better done than Hasbro's version. Hasbro's versions was all just this clear plastic all the way through. WeiJiang decided to paint this part of it gunmetal gray, which kind of looks nice. And they do store on her. Now, these are supposed to fit right in there like that. And they do a somewhat decent job of it, I guess. Not really. They don't like to stay. But if you put them this way, they stay perfectly. It's really weird. You should have them face the other way. But I guess, it looks okay. Maybe they're intakes and exhausts. Who knows? But you also got the gun, and the gun can go in there. You can take this off, and the gun can go right there, which that's kind of cool. And the swords you can put right in the sides, so maybe she can run someone down and cut into their side. Who knows? This gun actually has some storage too, besides right there. If you flip it over and you look right there, you can see it's got pegs on the sides and this little tab right there, which will fit right in there like that, so it kind of looks like an exhaust port. And there you go. As for size comparison, here she is with her Hot Rod pal, Hot Rod. He is a masterpiece size, so I think they did a very good job in making them roughly the same. We also have her other pal, Springer. This is the Thrilling 30 Generations Springer, which she matches up with really well on that one too. So if you want to put it on your shelf, she can go with either your Masterpiece or your Generations line of the Thrilling 30. She really looks, they did a good job. So, down to transformation. Now, I'm not going to get too in-depth because it is the exact same transformation as the Titan. I keep wanting to say Titan's Return because that is the line that's currently going on. The Generations line, it is exactly the same. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's another gun. She holds on to it down here. So we can pull that out. Just take her hands off. Pull it out, and it really just goes in and out pretty easily. I know on the original one, it was really tight, but just in and out. Pretty simple. So transformation, just pop that up. And then you take her legs and you pop them down and slide them around like so. And then you straighten them out right here. Go like that. Straighten that one out. Bring it down. Straighten her toesies out. And she's got a little bit of a angle there from being transformed. There she goes. And you take the arms. Now you can do one at a time, but if you do that, and there's that one, and you pull this one down, forward, you'll move that one up. So just hold one down, do it like that, give it a little twist, and then you got this front bit here. Pop that up, and you just release it from right there. And as you do so, pull out her head. Now what you're going to do is you're going to tilt this whole piece. Yeah, and of course now that I have it on camera, it's not going to work with me too well. So you tilt this whole piece like that, and then you can bring this up, flip it around, and that makes her skirt. And you bring this back, and you slide it down. Now, as you can see, there's these two little bits right here where her arms will fit right into. So as you bring it down, those will slide right into that spot. Now, also, there's a hole right there and a peg right there. And that just pops in right together. The back of her head, this tab slot, push that in, and it's golden. This, just bring it around and down, and there it is. You got Arcee all transformed and ready to go. Looks a lot like the original, except for a few different paint applications, and the pink is a little bit different of a color, which, you know, being a knockoff brand, they can't do it exactly, so they had to change a few things. One of the bits that they did change quite a bit of, as you can see, there's a lot of kibble. There's a lot of backpack. But WeiJiang took it a little further, and what they did was they made it so that you could pop that right off. And then, now we have to do a little untransforming or going back into the thing, because you can take this, straighten it out, and with a little bit of pressure, you can pull that right off. And that will get rid of that whole backpack, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. And it kind of makes the figure look really nice. Now I can't get this in here. Oh yeah, go figure. Get that lined up. Why don't you want to go in? Yeah, every other time I transform it, it goes right where it's supposed to, except this one time. Go figure. So, there. Now it looks more like Arcee from the movie in season 4, I believe, or season 3 and 4. Oh, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen that. But they could have done away with this. I mean, this kind of covered a lot of that up. You would think if they were going to do something cool like that, they could have just gotten rid of that entirely, and then you wouldn't even have to worry about it. But, oh well. What you going to do? You can't complain about everything, can you? I mean, it's a parts former already, so. But as you can see, she's got really nice light piping in her eyes. She's got the same grin. They colored this in on the sides, that nice gunmetal type of silver. So, yeah, it's very, very nice figure. I don't mind it. I've heard some mixed reviews on it, but for me, I like it. With the added accessories, of course. Remember, you got this that can pop in on her sides. That is exactly, and I just dropped something off the table. Please excuse that. Those are basically the same spots they were plugged into in vehicle mode. As for her guns, they slide right into her hands as usual, as they should. And so that way she can pew pew, pew pew. She's gonna shoot you. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. And she does stand up really nice. She's got some good articulation too. There's another thing which they probably should have changed, and that goes into the whole hand. Let me pull this out. Pull these out. So one thing they probably should have changed that they didn't is the hand. The hand has no articulation or anything. I mean, when you make a figure bigger, you should be able to add a few more articulation joints. They did not, so the hand is exactly the same as it was, and just that's it. You know, you can't even do a karate chop with that. But other than that, it's pretty good. Now, just another thing I should point out is there is a slot there that she can plug these in, so she can put the blades on the side of her arms, so she can oh gosh, has anybody ever seen the movie Guyver? Oh, he had this, it was this really old, like, early 90s movie, and it was like some sort of alien suit, and the guy, once he put it on, could shoot, like, blades out of his arms, kind of like Wolverine. And that just made me think of that. So, we'll pop those off, and we will bring her a little bit closer so you guys can see her face a little bit better. Huh? Huh? Yeah? You can see all that light piping. And if you turn it around, you can see where all that light piping comes from. Very well done. So, it's a pretty good face. Same as the other one. Maybe they could have defined the mouth a little bit better, but still, it's a decent figure. I mean, considering we don't have an actual masterpiece size Arcee, for right now, this one will do the trick. Articulation wise, her head can do a complete 360 because it is just on a ball right there. The arms are on a ball, so those can do a complete 360 if it wasn't for the backpack. There is an upper arm rotation which does a 360, and then the elbows have a you can kind of see it right there. It's a soft ratchet, and you can feel it as you go, which has a good little bit more than 90-degree bend, and she goes quite straight armed on that too. As for her legs, this is die cast right here. I mean, she's got some bulky thighs. I mean, you know, I sure hope those Autobots like bigger thighed women, because yeah, I mean, and that's mixed with her baby paunch right there. I don't know why she's got a baby paunch, but it does a good kick forward, goes back. Well, you can go a little bit more than that, but when you do, you pretty much pop her whole midsection open. So really, you get that much. You got an upper thigh rotation. You got foot rotation. You got a little bit of up and all the way back. And then you also got a knee joint, which she's got really, really decent knee joint there. So that comes in handy, and of course that's on both sides. So there you go. Now, also with that, you got these pieces. What are you going to do with these parts forming pieces? Now, if you notice, there is a peg, and on here there's a hole and a hole. So you can take them and peg them together and make some sort of riot shield that she can lean up against herself, because there is nothing back here for her to hold on to. Absolutely nothing for her to hold on to. So if you're going to do it, you kind of have to just... There you go. Riot shield. She's holding it, sort of. Oh well. As for comparison, well, we will put these all right next to each other so we can see them. Alright, and so for comparison, here she is with Hot Rod again, which is a masterpiece scale, and here she is with Generations Springer, which is a Voyager class scale. Let's see if I can get him to stand. He's not wanting to stand for me. Why don't you want to stand for me, buddy? There. I just had one leg put away. So, yeah, there you go. Masterpiece scale, oversized Arcee from WeiJiang, also called Alcee. I got mine from TF Direct, so if you want to get one, go there. Got them at a good deal. And Other than that, this is Agent, saying peace!